Right, let's go back to this comment. Why? Because you just kind of drummed something into my mind. With regards to Richard King and Mr. Speed. First of all, again, flowers to Cavalier and Mr. Speed, because without jumping the gun, I feel like I'm right. Obviously only time will tell, but I feel like I'm right for saying that he has given us a player in Richard King that will be playing for the national team for the next decade, and obviously perhaps longer, depending on how well he conditions his body. And I think, it's kind of similar to what we've seen in recent years, from players from the Jamaica Premier League, or homegrown players like your Andre Blake or your Damian Lowe, players of that ilk, in terms of playing for the national team and their longevity in doing so. And what a player we have on our hands, someone who's young, he's on an upward trajectory. In terms of career path, he's level-headed, brave. He's got that sheer willpower, willing to pull strings from defense, as we have seen in the last game against Bermuda. Calm, composed, can give you one of the man of the match performances, and can also grab the game by the scruff of the neck. So, saying that to say, I'm entirely grateful for Cavalier, and also. And I'm talking about Cavalier FC. If you're new to the channel, I'm talking about Cavalier, who play in the Jamaica Premier League. Entirely grateful to the JPL, Cavalier, and also Mr. Speed for giving us a wonderful player in Richard King. I'm sure he's going to improve with his career trajectory, and playing in Europe is only going to make it better. I would love for him to take a step after Scotland and come to England to continue his trade. But saying that to say, I mean, I feel like if Mr. Speed can give us a center back, I'm gonna need him to do maybe 2 player better, or maybe 3 players better. I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit greedy, but I kind of need him to move to the next step now. I need him to go, and for me, Richard King and the likes of Warner Brown, they have set the tone. They've set the bar in terms of my expectation. My expectation and your expectation is going to be different to you guys there in the comment section, but my expectation is that these are the bar setters. You're coming into the team, you need to be just as good as especially like, when you're talking about the JPL players. Maybe it's unfair to say that, but they're heavily scrutinized. So in the sense of JPL players, these are your curtain raisers. This is the quality that I'm expecting to see when you're coming from the JPL or any given league, to be honest with you, but more so the JPL, because that's kind of what I'm focusing on for this particular conversation. So going back to Mr. Speed, I feel like if you can give us a center back, then surely I need you to give us a 6, a 8, and a 10. I don't think that's too much to ask for, and I feel like you can do that in the JPL. Again, if you're going to go look to the JPL to give me a 6, a 8, and a 10, then they need to be of similar quality, similar ilk to your Warner Brown and your Richard King. So I need Mr. Speed to give me a 6, a 8, and a 10. And I'm not saying give that to me right away, because things take time. You can't just go there and just pluck out a couple players and say, there you go. Perhaps for the near future, I need a 6, a 8, and a 10 from the Premier League. Because if you can find and a player with the quality and help to develop a player of the quality of your Richard King, you can't convince me that the JPL cannot produce midfielders, 6, 8, and 10s. I just can't be convinced that that's not possible. If you can give me my centre back, and you can give me a forward, a striker in the name of Warner Brown, and that's not the first striker to come from home soil. Boza is another one. Surely you can find me a 6, a 8, and a 10. And that's to add to my squad depth, because I think it's safe to say that the midfield is a bit bleak, isn't it? Like, the midfield needs to be worked on. Like, that's the engine of the team. That's supposed to be the area there that gets addressed. Like, that is the area there that links the front and the back together. You get that ticking, and all other issues there should fall into place or become non-existent, in my opinion.
I'm John Barnes, and you're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.